because without allies, we are less safe. It's that simple. To Kelly's point, in what world do you feel more safe? One where the US has become a country that will invade other nations to steal their land? Or one where the US is allied with every other democracy on earth who will protect us if necessary, just like they did, for example, after 9/11? Take all the time you need with that one. Vance then goes on to say this.
This has to happen. And the reason it has to happen, I hate to say it, is because our friends in Denmark have not done their job in keeping this area safe. They just haven't done it. It's very simple. For all of our friends in the American media who attack the administration for pointing out the obvious, what is the alternative? To give up the North Atlantic? To give up the Arctic? To China, to Russia, and to other regimes that don't have the best interest of the American people at heart? We have no other option. We need to take a significant position in Greenland to keep the people here safe, but to keep our own country safe too.
Ah, yes, this is all Denmark's fault. Clearly, they've failed. After all, look at the hotbed of crime, danger, and corruption that is Greenland. But you know what? Let's grant J.D. Vance this notion that Denmark hasn't kept Greenland safe, whatever that may mean, from adversaries like Russia and China. Do you really expect the Trump administration to do more to keep Greenland safe from Russia and China? If there is one person who's derived the most benefit on earth from Donald Trump's presidency, it's Vladimir Putin. NATO is on the verge of being dismantled as the result of Trump. Trump is negotiating Ukrainian concessions in their war with Russia without Ukraine even being present. He named Putin apologist Tulsi Gabbard the director of national intelligence. Vladimir Putin is playing Trump like a 9-year-old plays an iPad, and yet we're supposed to believe that Donald Trump is going to be a bulwark to Russian aggression? What's next? Making Matt Gaetz in charge of school safety? Jamie Raskin put this moment perfectly when he said this.
He has turned our closest allies in the world into enemies. He's turned our worst enemies in the world into his personal friends and bosom buddies. He's crashed the stock market. He has fired tens of thousands of people from essential jobs like air traffic controller and food and drug and safety inspectors, forest service firefighters. He's undermining the government that we need to keep it all together. So all I can say is if Vladimir Putin himself had invaded America and come up with a plan to try to destroy our economy and wreck the cohesion of our society, he could not have done better than Donald Trump has done on his own with the help of Elon Musk.
The reality is that if Vance had even an ounce of shame, he wouldn't be able to show his face in public. Again, this is an American vice president saber-rattling against our ally. At this point, if Trump told Vance to deport his own wife, I'm not entirely sure that he wouldn't just say sure. In fact, if you need proof of the extent to which he will debase himself on Trump's behalf, watch this.
Well, the president said we have to have Greenland, and I think that we do have to be more serious about the security of Greenland. We can't just ignore this place. We can't just ignore the president's desires.
Vance says, we can't just ignore the president's desires. Ah, right. No, of course, Trump desires to be the ruler of the world, and we can't simply ignore that, can we? After all, he is the God King. He is the deity. Who cares that for hundreds of years America's fought for values like democracy and freedom? What's truly important is what the reality TV star who has a tenuous at best grasp of the English language wants to do in his desperation to satisfy his insatiable ego. And if that means invading the world, so be it, because again, whatever Daddy Trump wants, his little bitch J.D. Vance is going to give to him. And so I have two messages here. First, for the people of Greenland, and similarly the people of Panama and Canada and any other foreign country that Trump decides he wants to invade or harass, we, the American people, are not our government. The majority of this country hates this guy more than even you hate him right now. And that number is growing by the day in this country. And so while I have zero doubt that this is coloring your view of the United States, know that we, the American people, need all the allies we can get, from within our country and without, to fight back against the plague of Trumpism that has consumed our government and that's threatening to consume yours. And second, to any Republicans or independents out there, take a moment to remember what Donald Trump promised you during the campaign. That he would lower costs on day one, that he understood your pain, that he heard you on housing being too high and rent being too high and groceries being too high. Take a look at the stock market right now. It is tanking. Your 401k is tanking. Consumer sentiment is tanking. Grocery bills are surging. And despite all of that, what is Donald Trump doing to fix any of it? Not a single thing. In fact, every single day he makes it even worse. The market crashes even more. Costs continue to rise ever higher. And yet, all the while, he's trying to annex the sovereign territory of our friends and allies. This guy does not care about you. He is not trying to make your life better. He is fucking around, causing problems, trying to build up his legacy and feed his ego, and you're footing the bill for it. You have been sold a bill of goods. You don't have to relitigate your vote for the 2024 election, but do not reward these people with your future support if they were so quick to abuse it the first time. Before you go, first, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we're now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they're willing to cater to this White House. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a great way for me to be able to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's completely free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support my work. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.